You are now listening to Between Us Girls, the podcast, where we discuss life's fuckeries and then some over wine.
Hey, welcome to our show. This is Michelle.
Jen.
Sharonda.
Danielle.
And this is...
Between Us Girls.
Sharonda, why you sound like a man?
Oh.
What? The later it gets, the deeper my voice goes. Bitch, I don't know.
Sharonda sound like Barry White over there. Like, baby. You all right?
Oh, fuck y'all.
Okay.
Wait.
Fuck y'all. Is that better? Did you hear that one?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we're going to need you to talk directly into the mic.
I mean, never mind.
Don't do it.
Okay, we have a guest with us, a good friend of mine and the rest of the girls, Andrea Sodders, also known as Andrea Sodders.
AKA Andrea Sodders.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
It's nice to have you
Nice
here
to
today.
have you.
I am really excited to be here.
Are you?
I am. Yes.
This fool. Okay. Did y'all have a good week?
It was a long week.
Man.
It did. It felt like
Forever.
ever and ever.
Forever.
Yes.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was going to sing, but I'm not.
Break it down.
No, she doesn't
No,
allow me
not-
to sing.
oh.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
as
you
the
still
guest,
do it.
As the guest, can I
know.
request that?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
And for real. Okay.
Okay. So I'll get into it a little bit more later. I'll have something to spark another song.
I'm gonna bring that back.
Please do.
I am.
Oh my God.
So on Thursday, I thought it was Wednesday. And Terrence was like, Mom, I have basketball practice tonight. And I was like, no, you don't. It's Wednesday. And he was like, no, it's Thursday. And I was like, you do not know what you're talking about. I looked at my phone and I was like, how did it get to be Thursday?
You missed a whole day.
It's been a really long week.
Well, you did say you've been working a lot.
Man, hold up, Watts. It's been crazy. Like I just stayed at work until 6:40, and I was working away like a little worker bee. That's okay. It's fine.
Well, the weekend's here.
Sure is.
Yay.
We have something special coming up. We are going to debut our website soon. I'm excited about that. Is anyone else excited? I'm excited.
I'm totally excited.
Yep.
I'm so stoked right now.
Are you?
So stoked.
Why
Y'all
are y'all
remember-
talking like white girls?
Oh.
What's happening?
Have you seen Danielle dance?
Have you seen? I know.
Have you ever
dance?
seen Danielle dance and then you not ask
You
that
shake
question?
it. You shake it like a white girl.
I shake it like a tail feather.
Hands and all.
Oh my goodness. I remember one karaoke party we had, and Danielle got so excited on stage. It was for your birthday that year.
It was whose birthday?
It was yours. It was like
Was
around your birthday.
Were you
We
drunk?
went
Did you
to,
miss that
uh,
whole
Sounds like she
Spotlight.
made
Was I there?
Yes. It was at Spotlight.
Or it was Jocelyn?
No, it was around Danielle's
I
birthday.
don't remember. Did I get on stage?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Really? Yes.
I
And
hate
you
that.
danced
I
and you were
hate
like-
that I missed that.
I did that?
Yes.
I
recall.
don't understand those hand-thigh movements you're doing.
Yeah, but you
If
did it.
Carlton could ever be a
Thank
black
you, Sharonda,
woman,
because
it
that's
would be
exactly what she
Danielle.
did.
Oh,
Yeah, she
feel
can't
free
dance.
First of all,
to
I
interrupt.
have rhythm.
Okay.
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 Just the way you said that, I don't believe you.
I don't appreciate, the way y'all are challenging my dance moves right now.
Feel free to reenact.
you look challenged doing those
Challenge.
things.
Shalom.
Challenge.
Okay, well, this week we watched a video, a Letoya Luckett video. I don't know if everyone, I think everybody, did y'all all see it?
Yes.
I did.
Okay. You saw it?
I did.
I did
Okay.
too.
So we'll talk about a little bit about the concept behind the video, which is like, I guess, your boyfriend's male, female friendships.
Wait, what? Oh,
Did you see?
I did. No, you said male.
Well, male and
Friendships.
female
Okay.
friendships.
Okay. So, like, if the situation was reversed,
I just feel like there's a lot going on in this room, and y'all know I struggle to pay attention. I have extreme ADHD, and this is making my shit fuck up. I need her to sit down. Okay. Also, though, before we talk about that, we'll talk about a little bit. There was an article that we read that was kind of about expectations and how they keep you single. And so we'll get into that. But first, as usual, we're going to talk about fuck we sipping on.
We are sipping tonight. We are on Grayson Cellars, and it is a cab, vintage 2015, and we will let you know our opinions at the end of the episode.
I'm so glad that was in English.
Yes, versus the last one.
What was it called?
Google Translate is what it's called.
Después.
Después.
Domain después.
I don't know him. I don't
Blah,
know him.
blah, blah. Okay, I'm not. Y'all, I'm not going to put Michaela out there, but there's a teacher. I'm going to put her out there. So there's a teacher at her school, two of them. They're Middle Eastern, and I guess they talk to each other. So we were in the bed the other night, and she looked at me and she said, okay, you be this teacher, and I'm going to be the other teacher. And I said, okay. And she goes, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, my God, Michaela.
Guala,
You cannot
guala.
do this. You cannot do this. You
outside
cannot-
of this.
She was
space.
trying to speak I guess I don't know what
Their
their
language?
relationship. Yeah, and she wanted me to be the other teacher, and she
You
was
should have
gonna.
done the same thing. You should've.
You know I did,
Oh,
but at the same time, I'm like, we can't do it. Maybe
You
she would like that.
should.
All I know
Caleb and I
is
did that
curry.
for a little while.
Y'all would.
You have been shady all night.
I am. I'm carrying around a big ass umbrella. Y'all want some of this? You
And
can
a
get
sun
it.
hat, bitch. With a
I don't mean to
post.
take it out on you guys. I'm just really tired from work, and so I'm like
We always
in
get it.
kind of bitch mode. Okay, Jen.
Okay.
Maybe y'all haven't seen what I can really do.
Oh,
As far as shade?
shalom.
Shade,
Oh, well, let's do it. What you got?
attitudinal,
Okay, do it.
all of that.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Girl, you ain't seen nothing yet. No, I'm gonna be nice to y'all. Okay, but let's just jump right into what we're gonna talk about. So, do you guys feel like your expectations keep you single?
I feel like your expectations are sort of just like your standards. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know what it is that you want, and in order to understand what you're getting, right? Like, well, I say that I'm kind of iffy about that. So on one hand, it's like I expect a guy to be honest. I expect to be able to depend on him. But at the same time, like, I can't expect for him to be, like Soul Train dancer if that's not his style. So I can't put
That
something
was
on
the
him.
example that you chose.
Why
to
would you
use?
want anyone to be a soul train dancer?
What?
I don't think Soul Train dancers wanted to be Soul
No?
Train dancers.
Maybe. What? Do the Dougie? Like, I can't
Like,
expect
is
him.
he
What,
in a
the
Soul
what?
Train line?
That was that rhythmless shit that we were talking about.
No, and in the action, do it again.
Dougie?
So you're saying if you have an expectation of somebody to be honest, if the guy is not honest, then you don't have the right to expect that from him? Is that what you're
No.
saying?
I expect him to be honest. Like, I feel like you should have some expectations, but you cannot have any expectations on, say, how a person chooses to love you. Like, how you want to receive love and how he chooses to love you, that can be two different things.
I agree.
But I do feel like you should have an expectation on, like, say, how he treats you or what you want in a person. And if he don't match those expectations, then you don't need to be with him.
What's the difference?
The difference is, one is it's his character, it's who he is, and you're trying to change that. like I was giving with the Soul Train dancer analogy, right? Like I can't expect for him to be or a solid gold dancer. How about that?
Oh my God.
No,
That's 80s
You are
gay.
aging us.
80s gay. 80s gay. Step away.
We are here for it.
But I'm saying, like, you know, I can't expect for him to be something that he's not completely. That's how I think in terms of expectations. Like, if that's his character, then that's great. If it's not in his character, then I can't expect him to be something that's not within him. Just like, I mean, I can't expect him to be honest if he's a liar. Plain and simple.
Well, I feel like people's expectations.
Yeah, I was like, what?
That's why we're all like,
This is bass backwards.
well, okay, but I feel like some people's expectations do keep them single though, because I feel like there's a certain time when your list is really, really long
And ridiculous.
and you hope that everyone meets all those points.
But that's controlling, though, right?
No, if you're like, he's got to be 6'4", he's got to make 6 figures, and you have
know.
Those are expectations, no? I don't know.
that's I don't
I feel
don't
like
see
that
those
is
as
kind of an expectation. It's like, okay, the guy that I'm going to be with is going to be blah, 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 right? These are my points that you have to meet. If 6 figures is one of them, okay.
But why is I guess I don't understand what's wrong with having expectations.
There's nothing wrong with them. But if you have, I'm saying if you have too many, I said, if your list is really, 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 really long, you might end up single if you expect the person that you're with to hit all the bullet
those
points. Because it's impossible. It's like what Danielle's saying. There's certain things that you will want in your partner that are not always going to be realistic.
Yes, Danielle.
What? Why are you? What? What the hell is going on right now?
Danielle wants
your list.
her dude
My
to
list
live.
is not long.
What is your list, Danielle?
I'm not going to put her on
I'm
Front
not
Street.
gonna pull out my scroll. First of all,
Yeah.
but
This room's not big enough. Okay,
Why don't you
first
tell
of
people
all.
what your expectations are? Seriously.
She's told people, and
Well, let's for the listeners what her expectations are of a person.
just give 5. Let's just give 5.
5 let's
Out of
see.
1,000.
Out of 1,000. The biggest thing that I have is I need to feel like I can depend on you. I need to feel like I can depend on you and I can trust you. If I don't have those two things, then there's really no point in it because I'm gonna see you as useless.
And don't be too young.
Depends, got to be strong like the adult diapers.
I feel like your sex game needs to be on like Greek god level.
like porno level.
Bitch, pause. Wait a minute.
She wants.
Okay, you know
what's
what?
that porno guy's
I'm not.
name?
I'm not. even.
Marcus? What was his name?
I'm not Mr. Marcus.
Mr. Marcus?
That's what she wants.
Oh.
I'm not mad at that.
Hey, do you guys remember
Long
when
as
the
it's-
guy was talking about the Greek being a Greek god, and we made him leave in BNP, and we kept saying Greek yogurt? You remember that?
The guy with the really long hair?
No.
The Jesus guy?
Oh, the
No,
one that
no,
looked
not my
like
friend
Jesus.
Eric. This
I don't
the
know who
other
you're
guy.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah,
Who
we
was
ran
your
that one
friend?
out, too.
You remember who I'm talking about?
I remember that conversation, but I can't place or picture who it was.
Y'all are so mean. Y'all call
What?
him
Danielle,
Greek.
I'm
You always
sorry.
contribute to
What?
those.
You are
You
like
used to be.
You are like
Hey,
line.
number one.
I am so nice.
Public enemy number one on those posts.
lie.
Like, oh well.
you were
I
there.
can't
You were
even-
there for all of it.
No, I don't believe. I was with Jesus.
Okay.
You were at church.
Anyway, okay. So you said sex game, trust, dependability.
Um,
What else? Oh no, you have 12 more. What are they?
No, just no,
said
just 2 more. That list is long.
More. Let's see. I mean, I need somebody that is open-minded and likes to travel.
But you're not open-minded.
See, I think you could find those things, but then there will be
No, but
There are
how can you-
subcategories.
right. There are
to all of that.
subcategories
Yeah.
where you'll meet somebody who does all those things. Those are your top 5, right? Mm-hmm. So you meet a guy, he's doing all those top 5. One thing he does that irritates the shit out of you, and you'll be like, "See, this is why I can't fuck with you."
This is true.
Yeah, I don't
I'm not going to deny that. Yeah. What's your point?
Oh, the point is,
To a certain extent, to answer your question, yes. I do believe sometimes your expectations will keep you single. Because I'm not like Danielle. I don't have like a set list. Like no two people I've even dated in life like even look alike. But at the end of the day, like when I go through relationships or whatever I take from that, like whatever I can learn from that situation, I have that like on my list. So if I was in a relationship with somebody who made me feel like I couldn't trust them, the next person I had to feel like I could trust you. And then the next relationship, let's use her dependability. If I felt like I couldn't depend on that person when we ended it, the next person, okay, you need to make me feel like I can depend on you. So you see what I'm saying? So that does weed out, in my opinion, certain people who show themselves to not be up to at least those standards. Now, her shit's outlandish and crazy.
You think so?
I mean, not outlandish, but
I wouldn't say that hers is outlandish and crazy. I feel like Danielle, because of the way she is, she has her list, but she keeps her wall up so
high and strong
that you could be everything.
What the fuck is this shit?
It's an
intervention.
It's an intervention.
Surprise, bitch! It's an intervention.
She keeps her wall up
I'm
so
just to
high.
go because y'all ain't bring me no weed. I ain't got no Hennessy. How the fuck am I supposed to sit through this shit?
That is so stereotypical, Danielle.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to figure this out.
No, you're 100% correct. So it's like, why have all of this shit? Because even if a guy does show you 90% of that shit, you're still gonna be like, oh, you know what? He wore red shoes.
Girl,
no,
I can't do
Let
it.
him answer incorrectly in one of those messages.
I feel like we have a guest, and
Don't you put me on the spot.
So,
Not here for it.
Andrea,
Yes, ma'am.
AKA Andrea.
Andrea.
So what are your expectations?
So, I think I am kind of like Danielle. I've been accused of being picky. Slightly. But I don't feel like I have a list. Like if I meet you and I like you, I just gravitate towards that. I mean, I don't feel like I have a list per se, but I just if I vibe with you, I vibe with you. That being said, I don't like a whole lot of people. So when I do find that person that I do like and that I do vibe with, then it's easy to kind of slip into that role of, or that space of, let's see where this goes kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't have a list per se, or I don't know. But
so I feel like we have lists because we know what we want, and these are just fucking whores, and they just accept anything that comes their way.
That is not true.
that was
Read her, Jen. Read
That
her
is
herself.
not true. So to me, expectations is kind of like your standards. This is what you're looking for. Some may be outlandish. And
Yours are too, though.
no,
How can you tell?
Me?
And maybe your standards aren't outlandish, but you don't want nobody to be close to you either.
No, that's not true.
What makes something outlandish, though?
Jen.
How can you tell Danielle or how
Thank
can you
you.
tell Jen that their expectations are outlandish?
No, I'm not saying.
But
they're-
what's ridiculous? Where does
Oh,
that?
trust me.
the list gets ridiculous.
Yes.
The standards get ridiculous when you have impossible
I'm sorry.
to meet
when
one.
I
you
am
can't
not
give
going-
at all?
No, when the-
no.
go ahead.
It's to me, a standard is something that I like in a person. This is what I want in that person. Why is me want? Why is it bad that I want a person to be a certain way?
She wants a cookie cutter.
No, I don't.
She does.
No, I don't.
she does.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay,
No,
all
I don't.
right.
I don't
Jen
want
has a
cookie cutter.
type.
No, I do have a type. Mm-hmm.
What is your
and
It's not
hoish.
no,
Super fine.
no. I have a type. They have to be cute. I mean, I don't. Do
And
you want an
hoish.
ugly man?
And hoish.
No, I don't. I do want a good looking man.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. I like good looking men. It just happens that some of them don't want a relationship. Unfortunately, and it's just that.
You need to get you an ugly man.
No,
No,
because they also
when,
do the
when
same
they
thing.
hoe around and when they do you dirty, you're like,
You feel like,
you don't
are you
have the right to do this because
Yes,
you're ugly.
because you're ugly.
you don't have the
to
right.
me. Yeah,
That's
so
how you feel. So
it's just
you might as well get a
standards.
good looking man.
Right,
And have him be a hoe.
A good looking man. What did she say?
And let him be a hoe.
At least you got something out of the deal at that point.
So eye candy, right?
He cute.
Exactly.
I know he ain't shit, girl, but look at him though. He
he's
is
fine,
so
though.
fine.
You know, and it's the same thing with me. Like you said, I just don't like just anybody. I mean, I find you attractive, and that's what it is. But for me to really want to be with you,
You have to bring something else to the table.
yes, you have to bring something to the table because I'm going to bring the same thing. Like,
What
I
are you
can't-
What are you looking for them to bring to the table?
I love family men. I love that. Like yes, I do.
Why that look?
She says she want to have a barbecue
Yes,
on Labor
I
Day.
do.
So a family oriented man.
Family oriented man.
I just don't think that the guys that you've been choosing are
Yes, they are.
fit that standard.
family oriented men.
Yes, they are.
Because you asked them, they
Okay.
said yes.
No, because I know their interactions with their family. Do you see what I'm saying?
But their family, you want somebody who is a leader and is going to lead your family, right?
Yes, exactly.
But if you see a man interact with his mama and his sisters and them, that's not the same thing as him being a family man for his own family. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not saying that's not what they were doing because to me, if the man has 90% of the time this responsibility of their own child and the mother somewhere else doing something else, to me, that is your family. That is your son. You're raising your
You
son.
said 90% of the time they
Yeah.
have responsibility.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. Exactly. So when you find a man that takes care of their children, like, you know, like how single mothers, we normally do it ourselves, it's very attractive.
It is, but like Michelle said, that doesn't always translate into him taking care of you.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that's why I'm single, because you can't, it's very hard to find that kind of man. It's
So you want a very specific kind of man, a cookie cutter. Like
no,
I said.
it's not cookie cutter.
I think she wants you to switch seats with me so you can get over here on this side. What's happening?
You want somebody ready
No.
to take on the
Instant
ready-made
family, yeah.
instant family.
Right.
Yeah.
That can be anybody though.
That can-
Some people have to grow into that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, don't always discount people because they may not have that. Like Omar didn't have any kids or anything. Like he wasn't a family person. Now he fucking
I'm not
takes
saying
all
I'm
the
going
kids
to cut
in the morning.
you
Like
off
he's
because you're not that. I mean, I've never done that, but that is it is a quality that I look for. It is, can you interact with my kids? Can you interact with yours? Are you
How
going
do
to
you
make
even
this
get
an
to that
entire?
place because you don't bring people around your kids?
I don't. It's very rare that I bring
So
them in.
so then how do you even know that side of them when you don't bring that part of you?
to the
I
forefront.
can- I'm not the type of woman that's going to keep bringing men into my children's life every time I feel like this relationship is going to go somewhere. It's
I'm the
very,
same way.
It's
Right, but
very
I'm saying
hard
that-
for me to do
you're
that.
saying that's what
Especially for
you
girls.
want.
It's very
So-
Steve
different.
Harvey said that you
Oh
should
my
introduce-
God.
What Steve Harvey said.
Steve Harvey said that you should
Steve
introduce
Harvey
your-
married. Did you?
He married a kingpin.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that okay.
Okay.
But she
But
was
don't
straight up.
hate,
She
though.
was like, "I got these kids. This is what I got. If you don't like it, hey, bye." And he was like,
and
"Okay."
that's-
So, what kind of shoes they wear? Because
A 13 and
yeah,
a 9.
and
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
So you
though.
want a man that's willing to step up to the plate.
yeah. So what woman doesn't want that?
I agree.
But you're gonna have to let them
Exactly.
in, though. Too. That means
I do.
let-
Y'all act like I do not. I do, but I am very selective on what is going to.
You see how she used the word selective, but when you said picky,
I didn't say nothing about being
do you mean
picky.
picky?
No,
No,
because
she said-
no.
She said she was picky, and
it's
you were
the
like,
same thing, right?
It,
No,
but picky and selective semantics.
Yes,
right.
it is.
It's the
It
language.
is.
The language.
But to me, it's actually, to me, being picky is not being picky. To me, it's having your own standard. This is what you want, and just because this is what you want, it doesn't make it wrong. Just like Danielle's 20 million page of what she wants, it's not wrong, but it's because that's what she wants.
But see, that's
I
what-
agree. But there has to be like the other. There has to be compromise, and it has to be realistic because, like Michelle said, you are not going to get everything on that list.
I'm not asking for everything. I'm not.
I feel like you put it out there in a universe, and the universe will provide. So
What?
I feel like you need to. I think
Currently, the universe is telling me, "Fuck you."
right. And
no,
I
you
think,
gotta believe, you know.
but this is what I'm
Andrea's
saying,
like-
y'all. this was the
Did you
point
get
that I
here
was
tonight
trying
on
to
your
make.
unicorn? Did you ride
the
your
vibe is-
unicorn?
I'm
You're
just like
spinning
I've
off
been
its
saying
axis.
this like forever to the universe.
The universe-
and it still hasn't.
The
It's
universe
death.
is real.
The
But
universe is
this
death.
was the point that I was trying to make. When you have so many expectations that you find new ones for these people to meet, that's when you keep single. Okay, you met my top 5. Okay, cool. Let's kick it. I'm gonna create 8 more
It's like an
expectations.
iceberg.
It's
Like it's little on the top, but
yeah.
at the bottom, it's like a whole
It's
other
real
list
big.
of shit. Like a
Yes,
secret
bitch.
list.
And there's a
Thank
reason.
you,
There's a
Rhonda.
reason that people do that, though.
because they're afraid of that intimacy.
They're afraid of the intimacy. They're afraid of being hurt,
And
Right.
that trust is
and
not,
that trust is hard to. Yeah,
And they don't want people to get close to him because you'll leave. I'll be devastated. I'll be crumbled and blah, blah, blah. Or you'll cheat or this or that or other thing.
Girl,
So you'd meet my top 5, but you will never, ever get to
You
the
keep
Mecca.
pushing that goal.
You will never make it because I'll always create a new
one.
expectation. Ugh, well, he didn't meet that.
it's like
Fuck
a
that.
never-ending obstacle
I
course.
almost said the N word. Oops.
NICCA.
Fuck him.
Fucking hate y'all right now.
You said don't say it.
She did.
I did.
She
And
said,
y'all
"Don't say it."
motherfuckers
spell
don't
it.
I
listen.
spelled it.
Oh,
I
I
didn't even
tried
spell
not
it
to
correctly.
say it. I stopped myself before
She
I said
did.
the rest of it.
She caught herself.
Oh my god.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Sharonda.
Gold star.
Always, Sonny.
Thank you.
Gold star.
Okay, so are you, Danielle? You want to add anything to
I
your
have
intervention?
nothing else to add.
Oh, she's pouting. Oh, she
Dear
mad.
diary.
Fuck y'all.
Her mad.
Look, dear diary.
Dear diary, between us girls had me fucked
Fucked up today.
Jen, you too.
No,
Oh.
because I think y'all think I'm this just shallow bitch. that-
No, that is
Y'all
not
do.
it.
Y'all
I
said
do. I'm the-
yes.
you
She
do.
does.
I do.
Y'all think that I just want this hunk of a man that's cookie cutter. Just and that's
Well,
not
you
what I
did
want.
just talk to me about a stomach
no.
issue that you
I'm
had.
because that is not my norm. I don't. I mean, if you look like you're 9 months pregnant, that's not what I'm attracted to.
So what about 3 months?
I can deal with 3 months. I can deal with 3 months.
Compromise.
But that's what I'm saying. So, but if you are not, if you are not my norm,
First semester.
I'm looking at something else
semester.
for you.
Barely showing.
If you got to buy maternity pants, bitch, it's over.
If you could still get an abortion,
Oh,
done. That was too much.
Yeah.
Did you drink before you came
I'm
here?
a guest.
She might have.
I am so sorry.
Soders, you drank before you got here? I love that though.
I'm so sorry.
Soders, did you drink before you
If
came?
you are
What? Did you drink
on your
before you
third
came?
trimester,
So you did.
I'm sorry.
You were like, let
What
me
about
just
1.5? Like almost
just have a
second
little bit of
trimester. Is
aki
that
aki.
That's still possible.
okay?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have something that you like and you just, it's not your norm, but you find really good qualities with that person, that's what you're gonna look at. It's the good qualities. But
Yeah.
if you continue to fuck up, I'm gonna be like, I mean, you're not normally what I date. You're not normally what I'm used to.
Well, you're saying normally because you're throwing it back in there like you're a certain type. So, well, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Well,
I get
and
it.
and we're gonna move on, but I want to say one more thing before we move on. We're not trying to attack you.
Yes,
but-
you are. Fuck you.
Okay, Taurus. But
Okay.
but if
Taylor.
you feel attacked, it's because it's partly true. So
No,
what we're
it's
saying,
not.
yes, it is. I
It
know
is
you. I know
not.
me. We're the same person.
Well, because you like a certain type of man, do you not?
No, nobody I've dated has been the same.
No two. That's me. No two.
Nobody that I have dated either look alike.
They're no.
But do they
on the
have similar
spectrum.
characteristics
They
at all?
Okay, so all,
They'll
I
be
will
annoying.
Say,
Yeah.
all of the guys that I have dated do have similar characteristics. They do not
Such
physically
as?
look alike. Like they are very hardworking people. They are probably workaholics. The guys that I have dated, they're
Emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, they're probably emotionally unavailable,
They have similarities, but not physically.
but not physically.
But I
Like, they
think
have-
the non-physical characteristics are more important
I do too.
yeah, they are.
Agreed.
But what I was
and
gonna
more
say
substantial.
for Jen before we go to the next topic is if you want somebody to be, and this is from personal experience, if you want somebody to be, step up in the family role, you have to let them try that. You can't be like, okay, I'll meet you at the bar. You know what I'm saying? you have to like do family stuff to see and
How
let,
that
them be,
dynamic,
and let them be
because
there.
you could find the perfect man, and I've been in this situation. You could find somebody who you think is just, oh my God, the one, perfect on all these other levels, and my kids didn't like him, so he was out of there.
You cut him off.
That was it.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Like
I don't think I met
wouldn't do
someone that
Keyshawn would have to just.
I
deal.
think. Really?
no,
Yeah,
But
but
he's
you're not going
older.
to let anyone.
Even
He's
if
grown and out of the house.
neither.
Even if he was younger, he would
Danielle, stop.
Yeah.
No,
But she's not going to let anybody get that close to the Mecca.
Yes,
So it doesn't
true.
matter.
No, but I mean, I have dated a guy, and he did meet my son. He used to stay over to my house all the time.
but that was a whole other issue. That wasn't no.
Not really. Keyshawn did not like him.
Why?
I haven't. He didn't tell me until after we broke up that he didn't like him. But I really don't even remember why he told me. He just like I never really did like him. But they used to like wrestle and shit all the time and play video games. But had he told me that he didn't like him, and I was considering, moving forward in a relationship, like we were talking about moving in together and getting married, all that stuff, he would just have to deal with it. Like you leave, I still stay.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, I kind of agree with that, Danielle. I feel like, at some point you have to realize that you and I don't go together.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
no, you're going to leave out the house.
Right.
And my relationship with him is going to be, as long as I feel like he is not going to mistreat him.
Right.
And he's not going to be abusive, then you just going to have to fix your face and
Right.
just go to your room or something or whatever, and deal with it. But other than that,
I feel like kids have a certain intuition. They know.
I agree.
They
when
don't
some,
fucking know
they
shit.
know bullshit. They know
know
when something is
something.
not right.
Yeah.
Motherfucking
And
kids
that
dumb.
and that motherfucker.
I agree with Sharonda.
I
they're
agree.
picking
They
up on
know.
something.
They
There's a
do.
reason why they don't
know.
like that person.
Yeah.
I
So I
Especially mine. Mine talk to and will be friendly with any fucking body.
Yeah.
So
So if they don't
for
like
them
somebody,
to not like somebody,
there's
that's
something
like damn
there.
near startling to me. Like, wait a minute, what? Because they fucking make friends in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like they're weird kids like that. So for them to not just, no, fuck that. Next.
I think some
I'd have to
kids
cut that
kids have
Next.
a certain level of intuition, but it's not necessarily that the person is a bad person. They might see how you react to your new partner, and they feel like, well, maybe my mom's not happy. That's why I don't like this
I
person.
think it's
Oh,
more
so
so.
picking up on
no,
something,
my
though.
kids
I think it's
never
more
seen
so a jealousy thing, though, because
It is.
you're having to split your time between your kids and your significant other, and they're feeling kind of left out because well, she's not doing all this stuff with me, before he came here. And actually, I feel like in
Okay,
that
those are
situation,
shitty kids right there.
No, but
Okay.
I'm saying like I feel like in that situation, that's exactly how my son was.
Oh.
Right.
Is because like there was like this whole power thing, because
especially male and male.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's always just been y'all two.
It's
as well.
always been
So
us.
that's
So I mean,
a whole
I
other-
feel like
yeah.
that was more so the issue is she's always with him or whatever, and we not hanging out. But me having to split my time between him and my son,
just- yeah.
So I think that was what the real problem was when you break it down.
Was there any sort of initiation on the guy's part to try and incorporate Keyshawn?
Yes, because they used to play video games and watch wrestling, and he took him to
And go to wrestling play. Yeah.
and wrestling matches. Like he was very much so like, hey, let's do something all together. So it's not like he was trying to separate the two of us. He was trying to be inclusive. And like I said, I did not know until after our relationship ended that he even had an issue.
With him. That's crazy.
It's like they think
never
they're our man. You know what I mean? Like, because
Right.
Terrence is kind of like that too. But I'm like, you're not my dude.
Yeah, okay.
know,
Keyshawn
like-
told me that I was not allowed to get married until after he left for college. He was like, I ain't got time for this.
That nigga put a hex. I mean, that boy put a hex on you.
She meant to spell N-I-C-C.
Your face.
Pull it back quick.
Yeah.
That little boy put a hex on you. That young man.
That man child.
My bad.
Yeah, but real
bad.
life, I think there's a lot of jealousy there sometimes whenever they say, "Oh, I didn't like such and such."
I was like
Now,
that when I was
sometimes-
little. Like I hated every single boyfriend my mom had. and not be yes.
It was a sense of jealousy.
It was yes because
But you're a Taurus, though. That's your mom. Like, she belongs to you.
yes, and even now with my sister, like my mom is here, and she's like, "You mean our mom?" Oh yeah, our mom. But it's just something that it's just natural to me, and I used to get pissed off with my mom, and I'd be like, "I don't like him." She's like, "Why?" I just don't like him.
I feel like
But it
that's
was a
just with
jealousy
any
It was really jealousy.
any kid brought up in a single parent home. I feel like that's pretty much.
My kid's trying to marry me off. Should I feel some type of way?
You know
He
what?
is
so
now,
is mine.
because you don't
Exactly.
date anybody.
I will say
Yes.
when Keyshawn was younger, that's exactly how he used to be. Like, we would be at the grocery store, and some guy would like try to help me with some groceries or something like that, and he'll be like, "Mom, you gonna talk to that man?"
Yeah.
No.
Like he would really try to push me off. Like, I remember
I
one day I was walking up the stairs, and some guy, like, I felt like it was really disrespectful. I was walking up the stairs to my house. Some guy was like, hey, you, or whatever like that. And he was like, "Mom, that man is talking to you. You gonna go back there and talk to him?" I'm like, what are you doing? But his whole rationale was, if you get a man, then that means there are two incomes in the household, and that means I get more stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that was his thought.
Keyshawn is a businessman.
yes, he's always been a business.
That was his thought process, though. So, I mean, whatever.
But you know what, Soders? I'm going to say this about your son.
Uh-huh.
You don't hardly date anybody. So I think that's why he wants you to, he wants
That's
to marry
true.
you off, because he's like, why she always in here with this TV and shit?
My chest.
That's true. I mean, his dad is married, and he's got that example of a couple with his dad and his stepmom, and I think he thinks I'm a little bit lonely, which would not be
Too much of a lie.
Right. He knows that. He sees that, though. Like, your son is a very sweet kid.
Yeah, he
Super
is.
sweet.
He's very intuitive,
Very caring.
So I don't. Yeah,
It's okay. You'll get there. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic.
You'll get there.
I'll get
She
there
will.
someday.
She
one
will.
day.
As
Someday
soon
you'll
as
be.
soon as she's
Someday
ready.
you'll be happy.
Like, I remember the last time you had sex. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh my
It was a
God.
monumental
Really?
occasion.
yeah, I said it.
I put it on the calendar.
I said what I said.
You put it on the
Said what I
calendar.
said. She came in, Divas, and she was like, "Oh my God."
Because it had been a long time. It
Right.
had been like over.
And I remember when she was waiting, I was like, "Why don't you just go? Like, you
do
could
it?
just go.
What
to,
does Tiffany
you could go to
say?
Whataburger and be like, I'm ready, and you could get a piece of dick somewhere. But anyway,
A piece.
Just ahead.
speaking of a
whole
piece,
dick, just a tip.
let's
whole
talk
DYCK.
about friend piece, aka your friend that could possibly be maybe a side piece.
What?
So the Letoya video,
I don't think that was a side piece situation.
I didn't say it was your friend piece, which means she's your friend, but you didn't watch the video.
I did watch the
The
video.
girl
but
was
the way
calling
you described it, I was
constantly.
confused.
Danielle, could you stop?
No.
It was his best friend.
It was his best friend, but the way she was uncomfortable with it. I don't know if y'all saw
She's
the
trying to
girl
say it's
the
the
way
possibility
that she,
of becoming the side
right,
chick,
because she was
basically.
real inappropriate.
That bitch knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she knows.
He was inappropriate.
Yeah.
He has
She
the
was
responsibility to the
right.
relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, but the way she came into the little cafe was inappropriate.
It was, but ultimately it was his
Yeah, it's his
responsibility,
responsibility.
to be respectful of the relationship that he had with Letoya.
You know what I didn't like? The way he said, "I feel like you need to respect our relationship."
Oh my God, exactly.
Oh my God! When I
would've-
saw that, I was like,
I was like, what?
I would never have spoken to him
He
again.
did not give her any sort of respect in that situation at
Nope,
all. He
none
just
at all.
he was looking for her to be respectful towards him and old girl, which was totally backwards. to
Yeah,
me.
I thought that was really wrong.
I feel like he wasn't even cognitive of the disrespect that his friend was giving.
No,
I don't think they usually do see it.
You know, like, because
because that puts them in the wrong.
right, but I mean, I don't even think that he even saw her hugging him and the extra in the way that she was hugging him,
touching his face
just,
and,
and
all
touching
that.
all
And
on his
hand,
chest.
rubbing his
She was just
hands.
like, I don't. Yeah, it was extremely extra, but I don't think that he necessarily saw that because that's his friends, his childhood, and that's how they greet each other.
She's so classy. I'd have snatched that bitch. Just I'd have snatched her.
I probably
would've.
would have said something right then. I probably been
yeah.
like, "Oh, for real."
Yeah,
But
I
he
wouldn't
threw
even
that
say nothing.
whole-
I'd have snatched her ass.
He threw that whole thing on her, like trying to make her appear to be crazy. Like, you know, what did he say? Something about, yeah, it's like maybe it's you.
You're jealous.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
like,
it's
what?
you.
And then she was calling and texting all the time at home, and it's like, hello.
We're trying to watch this movie, and you were texting this bitch.
Oh, and you're giggling too.
Out your hand.
And what the fuck?
You're not giggling with me?
Funny?
A kiki, my ass.
A key.
Yeah.
I would be
I'm
like,
your best friend now.
right. Fuck that bitch. No, you don't.
What is it? What the Ike memes that they have? The memes. Ike
Oh
memes?
yeah, exactly.
My girl ain't allowed.
My girl ain't allowed. My dude
Oh my
ain't
god!
allowed.
Can we please do one with Danielle's face?
Oh,
That say between us girls ain't allowed.
No, it'd be your face on that
No.
with that other picture.
Which picture? Oh, with the.
The
But-
one where you look like I'm not here for the bullshit.
I mean, I'm not here for the bullshit, and I love you. You know that, but you are so bossy.
I don't understand the problem.
Oh my god! Like we cannot live our life, and you're like, no.
You can live.
Listen, the other day when we were talking about my bun, you were like, I feel like this isn't okay because I don't know what it looks like. No,
you always
no,
wear a
no.
bun. What was wrong with the bun?
Okay, so she wanted to
Oh my
do
God, she's gonna
a
describe her.
curly. Okay, her description of the shit, first of all, was like all fucked up. She was like, I want to do a curly bun or some shit. No, some rods. And I was, so first time when she said rods, I was picturing like
White people's perm.
I was picturing Ronald McDonald, if I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna be honest, that's the first
That's extreme. Why would you go
The
there?
red clown hair.
I know that is so extreme.
That is so disrespectful.
Why is that your first stop?
Do you? I think
Nowhere
you have,
else?
You're a control freak.
Maybe.
She is.
Okay, so moving along. So she was like, she wanted to do some rods versus flat iron in her hair. And I was like, well, you know, she said flat iron is going to take too long. And I was like, how is flat ironing any different from the rods?
You guys sit under the dryer and everything.
All that. She's like, I don't want to have to wash my hair. And I was like, you have to wash your hair for the rods or whatever.
You do.
She's like,
You
no.
should.
I was like,
You
she's
should.
like, no, I don't. She's like, you know, it grips more or some bullshit. I don't know what
When
the
it's
fuck.
dirty,
When it's dirty.
And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then she sends me like this fucking mohawk curly thing.
No,
And,
yeah, you're leaving out part because before that I said it's the same idea as pinning down these curls in the fake mohawk. You curl, it's like a curly ponytail, but you pin it to be a messy bun. And she was like, no.
Do you have a picture?
and see, when
not
I asked
finna
her,
say- I'm not finna tell
I need a
y'all
reference
nothing.
point.
when I
me
asked
look
her to
at
put a
this
picture,
pimple.
she sends me the fucking video with the mohawk.
There's a video.
Yeah,
Of the girl doing the mohawk.
yeah.
Yes, a tutorial.
So like, I was
people-
like,
I
I
didn't
don't know
say the
about
N-word.
that.
Taylor's hair is like that right now.
Whose?
I
My
bet it's
daughter.
cute.
It is.
Okay, anyway, so,
How old is she?
11.
That's cute.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, she has a
so-
control problem. Bottom
I
line.
mean, it may be so, but that's just how the fuck it is.
better.
Does that
And you
translate
will
into your
deal?
love life?
Yes, it does. That's why she's like, I don't like you because you didn't hit these 5
I
plus
am
this
actually
plus
extremely
this.
submissive.
Only in the bedroom.
Really?
Only in the bedroom.
For
In the bedroom?
Reaction. Yeah.
Only in the bedroom.
I'm pretty submissive.
All the time?
Are you believing?
I don't
this, or-
believe that.
Okay.
I am very
Like
submissive.
at all. Like not
I'm
even a
very
little
submissive.
bit.
I mean, if I trust you,
See,
I'll let
but
you
you
lead
but
the way.
you don't trust anybody, right?
Right.
I don't like anybody, and I haven't even met anybody.
But you have to like somebody to trust them.
First, I have to meet somebody. That's like the first disconnect.
I thought you were dating someone.
I seem to recall this too.
No, she got it in the squad. No, it's gone.
Why?
yeah.
What
It's a new
happened?
team.
Okay, I'm not going to go into that right now. We have to wrap this show up.
She likes to deflect too. Can't y'all tell?
So, how did y'all like the wine?
That's a control thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It totally
Wait,
is.
did you
I
want to
get
play
it.
the game?
Oh, I forgot about the game. We don't have time.
Oh, okay. How'd you like the wine?
We don't have time for the game.
So
It's-
apparently,
we
I
ran out of
haven't
time.
developed my what, Sharonda?
Palette.
My palate, because to me,
All
it
red
tastes.
wine tastes the same.
Yes, it tastes like menage a trois.
What?
Menage a what?
Tra.
Menage a trois.
Wow.
Oh, it's trois?
Yes.
I thought it was trois.
See, Jen? You see what I
Aw,
was saying?
shit.
I don't want you to fix your motherfucking mouth to tell me how to say something ever again in your life.
That's what I thought
In
it
her what?
was.
In her life.
Okay.
L-I-F.
Shut the hell up. Shit.
L-Y-F.
Sale.
I have an excuse.
I
What's
almost
yours?
said the N-word. Damn it.
Just spell it.
Damn it to hell.
Damn it to
I
hell.
fucking hate y'all, like, for real.
Okay, just a disclaimer for the audience. We will no longer be saying the N-word.
N-I-C-C-A.
And next episode, we won't mention it every time we don't say it. But this time, this is our first time.
But we are allowed to say dick and pussy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut all this shit.
Okay, so so was it good or not? Y'all liked it or not?
I liked it, but I prefer the aerated version of it.
I didn't taste it without the aerator.
We didn't tell what wine we were sipping on, though.
Why not?
Sharonda
Yes,
did.
we
I
yes, you
did. I said that it was a Grayson
Yeah.
Sellers
I don't remember. We did that.
cab.
Yes,
see,
we
see
did.
that there was another
been
time where you said we
drinking.
didn't do something and we totally did.
I feel like we just went right into the show.
No.
She did for a second.
And then she
Yeah.
backed up and she said what it was.
No, I followed her directions this time, so I didn't get yelled at.
Must have checked out of this conversation.
Good job, Michelle.
Okay, so So how'd y'all like the wine? Was it good or not?
Was it good or not?
It was
I say
good.
yes, hints of blackberry. I loved it. I like all.
I didn't taste any of that, but I liked it.
You didn't taste the blackberry?
What?
She was going to say, I just taste the red wine.
Did y'all smell it?
It was wet. It was red.
You smell
I'm
it?
It
not
smells,
really.
uh,
It smells
I
woody.
can't
With your
really
whole
smell.
Woody.
Yeah,
it's
it does.
like
This
that.
one does smell
your
like
whole
it has a
face
little
in
bit
the
of a
glass.
woody.
You have to put
It
your
has a
whole face
woody.
in
You
it.
got a Woody?
You got a woody.
You got a Woody?
He does have a woody thing going on.
Wait,
He
what?
does?
The smell.
What just happened?
Bitch, who are you talking about?
Oak barrel, oak wood in the wine.
Yeah, is it oak?
Not that wood.
It smells really good. It smells.
Yeah, it does smell
I
very
flip down the Ave, you know. I'm
I just don't
looking
smell the
good.
blackberries, but
I'm banging
I
screw.
smell berries.
Diamonds up against that
I just know
wood.
it has grape in it.
Y'all knew I was gonna get one in.
This is your second one.
I flipped down the. Oh, you already started. My
Oh,
bad.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, we're just
Chorus
on
one
it
more time.
together.
Go ahead.
No.
No.
I was about to do the Pepsi. You got it. You already did it. It's over.
two.
Danielle's got that face. Okay, so the wine was good.
We like it.
It was
I
okay.
liked it.
It was pretty good. Anyway,
It was okay.
Jealous haters looking at me in my car so shy. Oh, wanna take my life and water check. I see all through that.
I wish I could just record this like video so y'all can see. So y'all can see Roy on the side throwing gang signs.
I flipped down the Ave. You know I'm looking good.
Yeah.
I'm banging screw.
Bitch, I'm dying.
She represents Tomball, Texas.
Set the
tea.
bitch. Set the bitch.
Throw the tea up.
I'm
Throw the
not
tea
gonna
up.
go
What's the
tea up.
movie
I'm
with
not gonna go
Terrence
tea
Howard
up.
and what's
Jen,
that
if
old
I was
girl?
you, I would stop fucking with me
What's the
on
movie with
tonight.
Terrence Howard and Taraji?
All right, so you can always catch us where? On Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play. We have some new ones.
Hustle and Flow. That
Acast.
was a very hustle and flow moment.
Acast is one of the new ones. We have lots of new places you can catch us. Danielle, do you remember anything off the top of your head?
Of where we can be found?
Like some of the new spots.
Oh, tune in, Women in Podcasting.
Podcast in Color? Pods in Color? Was that one?
I don't think we're.
Ooh, we didn't get a reply back yet.
Yeah, I don't think I got a reply back. But
But hey, y'all.
You shout out.
it's just a bunch of different other apps that we're gonna be on. But I mean, it's not nothing that we need to really push.
Okay, that's fine.
You shout out.
Do you want to shout out?
We got to shout out Tim from History Dweebs. It's a very funny podcast, and he's been like so super nice and helpful to us. So, hey Tim,
What up, Tim?
What up, Tim?
Ola.
I also just want to give a shout out to Sit With Us, Talk It Out podcast, and The Critical Dump. Those are ones I listened to this week. So you can catch us on Twitter at Girl Talk and Wine, Instagram Between Us Girls Podcast, and on Facebook, what is it? Between Us Girls, the podcast. Go ahead, Danielle.
bye.
Thank you for joining us on Between Us Girls. But don't keep it a secret. Listen and share with everyone you know. See you next week.